You went to the gym to get your body together, check. You got your mindset together, check. You got your money right, check. But in the end, a woman you still pursue and push you as a second option, the third option, maybe the fourth option if you're lucky, but you're not the number one option. Why is that? She doesn't view you as a prize, something worth pursuing, something worth having. Hey, what's up everybody? In this video, I want to talk to y'all about why men aren't viewed as the prize when they should be. If your woman has saw you as the apple of her eye, then you would not have many problems because most women would be more submissive and go along with whatever you have going on. But you know, she probably don't, and they probably got you chasing them instead. So if you like my content and you're rocking with your boy, make sure you show me some love and hit that subscribe button. The first reason I have on my list for why women don't view men as a prize, because she sees you as worthless, you know, a low priority. Me, I've been a husband, a great husband, and I've also been seen as a high priority, and I also have been a low priority. So I know the difference between a woman that actually likes me versus a woman that's looking for free attention or looking to waste my time. A lot of men, y'all don't comprehend that, and y'all keep chasing women that don't want your ass. You know, you're a low priority. Imagine the show Price is Right when the dude say come on down and you want a new car. You hoping that you get something like a Ferrari, but instead you got a Toyota Prius. Nobody want that shit. Nobody want that little ass car. Nobody wanted any of that, but yet this is what she gets when she gets with you. She thought that you was going to be something, but you turned out to be a dud, a low prize, a little prize, something that she didn't even really want. So now she's playing around and stalling and making up excuses and other bullshit, talking about, oh, my pet squirrel got cancer or some stupid shit. Who knows? But in the end, she ain't talking to you. She's saying, oh, I can't video chat you because I got my kids around. I can't call you because my kids are around. Look, women be talking on the toilet on cell phones. They be in the shower with their phone on speaker, so she can't even give you the time of day. Just accept that you are a low priority to her. You're not that special. If you were that special, she would act in that manner and treat you as such. So this leads to my second bullet of for the reason why men aren't a high priority to women and instead they are a low priority when they should be up there on that list. It says because men still chase women validation. You know, this is something you don't want to do. When you become a guy that's chasing a woman, typically, especially if you ain't really got a number and it's social media or dating now, you saying shit like hey, hi, good morning, and all that other stupid shit consistently in a woman's DM or texting them this as you get their phone number instead of you actually being the guy that she wants to go out with. And she's gonna get turned off real quick like, oh, this dude's a lame, this dude's a loser, he ain't trying to do nothing, he ain't trying to plan nothing, he don't want to do shit, you know. But yet you sitting there chasing her validation, you trying to get her to praise you up and see you as a great guy. And this now I'm speaking about, say for example you get out on a date, y'all go on a date, only thing you talking about is all the money you made, all the things you do at work and how cool you are, but you're not investing none of that time on her. So eventually she will start viewing you as a low priority, somebody that's not a prize in her eyes, and start, you know, giving you the bullshit, the runaround, things of that sort that we don't want. So if you don't really want to go through that, you need to make sure you're not chasing a woman's validation and make sure that you feel great, because a lot of women, they do the same thing. And I'm gonna tell you about a small thing that happened with me. This is back maybe like high school or some shit. It was a girl named Miranda. I don't remember much about her, but I do remember what happened. You know, she told me about some dude and everything, and I'm up here thinking that look, if I listen to her, eventually she will see that I'm the type of dude she should be with, and maybe she should leave her boyfriend, you know, on some Mario, Let Me Love You shit, Chris Brown, Your Man Ain't Me, and all these other dumbass songs that make you feel like you could do better if you leave a man and get with me instead. Type of, you know, that mentality. I had that. And then when I realized that the girl was just using me just for somebody to vent to and talk about her stupid boyfriend too, I just stopped talking to her. I ain't got nothing to talk about no more. You ain't trying to come over my house. You gonna keep talking about what you want to do with this dude, but you're not talking about what you want to do with me. Using me to pump you up and give you free validation when I'm not here for that. I'm not here to make you feel good and tell you that you're a great woman. I'm trying to sit there and get in where I fit in, but I can't get in there because I don't belong there. I'm not the dude that's supposed to be there. I am not a prize in your eyes. The guys give you the hell, he's the prize in your eyes. And if the woman is not viewing you as a prize, you just an option, you know, and probably like a low option that she never will pursue. So this leads to my third thing on my list for why women, you know, they should be the prize and a man should be the prize, even though we aren't the prize 9 times out of 10. I have on my list that you want her more. You know, y'all probably like, what's wrong with that? A woman probably like, yeah, a man should want us. A man should want us way more than we want them. The problem with that is that when women have men chasing them all the time, women don't really have the same level of gratitude and respect towards the man that we have towards y'all. A lot of men, we get the woman, we happy that we finally got her, and that can also lead to an issue, because once we get the woman, we just get comfortable and you don't want to do much else. You get comfortable, the woman gets antsy because you just let it sit right there. Like, I finally got her, I got my prize, I don't have to do nothing else. Women will be like, alright, I got this motherfucker. How do we even get together? Because now I don't remember. We don't do nothing. And then you got dating experts tell you, go back to what y'all used to do from day one. Like, it's saying that, but now when you're looking back, what is that y'all used to do? What is it that made y'all get together? Maybe y'all got together using alcohol and just kept drinking alcohol at parties and like, fuck it, let's be together. But in the end, that's not a good reason to be with anybody at all, you know. So if you don't want the woman getting antsy and look for other dudes, she needs to see you as a better option than the rest of the dudes out here. You know, she needs to want you more. When a woman starts not wanting your ass, she's gonna start desiring other men instead of you. The next thing I have on my list for why men should be the prize even though they aren't, I have for my number 4 is that because you do everything that a woman tells you to do. This one right here, it ain't gonna never be me. You out here, if you doing everything that woman tells you, more than likely she's gonna lose respect for your ass. You don't need to be doing everything a woman says. It's nice to, you know, look after her and take care of her when she deserves it and everything. But if she tells you, hey, my feet hurt, can you carry me 10 blocks down the street, knowing that y'all don't walk like maybe only 2 blocks, why the fuck can't she walk the rest, man? Unless her legs are broken or some shit. You're gonna have to learn to say no. You're gonna have to learn to say no somewhere. You're gonna have to keep doing everything that a woman tells you to do. The more you do for a woman and she playing games with your ass, the less respect she's gonna have for your ass. More women will respect you if you learn to have dignity and respect for yourself. Learn to say no versus always saying yes all the time. There's a lot of dudes out here that are always saying yes and can't tell a woman no because they want to make her happy. Look, sometimes your ass will be sad dealing with the right man. The right man ain't gonna have your ass thinking about him. When you are always doing what a woman says, they tend to forget about your ass because you're always making them feel, you know, like they are validated, that whatever they say is right, versus giving them reason to think about why they wasn't right or thinking about the situation at all. A woman can't always have what she wants if you want her to want you. So that leads to number 5. My 5th reason on the list for why men should be the prize but they aren't 9 times out of 10 is because they're giving all they have to the woman and they get nothing in return. I'm not trying to say like y'all go on the first date and you expect some ass, nothing like that. That's not normally the case, you know. Most women, if they really like you and everything, they might give it to you the second date, the third date. But if you're a handsome dude or a lucky dude or a good dude, they might give it to you on day 1. But if she don't view you as a prize, she gonna take you up top. She can go on like 4 or 5, 6 dates with your ass, maybe 8, and then say, you know what, you're like a friend, you're such a good guy, I don't think this is gonna work out. Like, she knew that shit from day 1, but yeah, you didn't know any better. You didn't understand that you was not the guy, you was not the prize. You ain't the dude she really wanted. If she really wanted your ass, she would probably put way less barriers. Some women, they would tolerate even more bullshit. They won't even make some dudes go on dates. They would still fuck the dude and he ain't done nothing. He been rude to her, disrespectful to her, and he said just come over to my house and give me some head. But what she do, get right over there and have your ass bringing them food from Arby's and KFC and shit, and you thinking that you doing her a favor, but only thing you doing is giving food to her and the dude that she really want to fuck with, and you just a dude on the side that she's sitting there stalling because this dude don't really want her. So no, you don't want to be with a woman that doesn't want to be with your ass and everything. Like, if she doesn't view you as a prize, then you probably over time will be wasting your time. She not gonna want to be with your ass. But this leads me to number 6. This is after you gave a woman everything that you had to give. This is number 6. The reason why the woman should view you as a prize, even though most of them don't view you as a prize. I got number 6. You're not being viewed by the right audience. What I mean by not being viewed by the right audience is that, you know, say for example that you want a woman to like, you want women to actually like you as a person, but you are getting seen by the wrong people. The wrong people that seeing you are basically giving you the assumption that you're a terrible person. They don't really understand who the real you is. If they understood you and the right people are viewing you, you won't have these issues. Like, say for example, if you know, you play like video games and stuff and you're around a whole bunch of nerds, but you know, when you show up, the person that's popping up on the scene is like some rapper. Everybody don't care about him. They care about the gamer. So if you're in that setting with the other gamers, you would be a higher priority. You would be more of a prize, especially if you're a good gamer. This rapper, why the fuck is he even on the scene? He ain't nobody to be worrying about. We worry about the gaming tournament, and this random ass rapper show up. He's not a prize, not a priority. You need to be seen by the right audience. If the rapper shows up and he want to get seen by the right audience, he need to be at a concert. He need to be at a nightclub where they playing music at, not at the gaming pub where everybody else is playing video games at. You need to be in the right audience where it makes sense. Some dudes looking for love in the wrong place. They go to clubs looking for wives. You ain't gonna find no wife in no club unless you're looking for a booty shaker or you know, a stripper or some shit. You need to go where it makes sense to find a woman that you're looking for exactly. I don't know what most men are looking for, but I know what I don't tolerate, what I ain't looking for. I can tell you that. And this leads me to my last thing on my list, number 7, the final reason why men should be the prize but they aren't in the eyes of most women. I have on my list that you're not attracting the right type of women. What I mean by that is that they don't understand your lifestyle, or maybe you don't understand your own lifestyle. You don't understand the mindset that these women like. You don't even set the right vibe, the right tone, the right energy. You don't know what the women that are attracted to you look like. You don't know what it is that gets inside their psychological, you know, their mindset to make them gravitate towards you. Unless you understand what it is that they like, you're never going to see the light of day when it comes to bringing them into your life. You know, it's just what it is. You need to understand a woman and what her desires are, and hopefully what you have going for yourself aligns with what she's looking for. But if you ain't what she's looking for, more than likely you're going to be just one of her options. So with that being said, how many men that seen this video are an option to a woman? How many men are a low priority to a woman? How many men are a high priority to a woman? To me, I don't know, it varies for me. I could be a high priority to one woman, the next woman, she on some bullshit, but I don't give a fuck. I gravitate towards women that makes it easy for me. So with that being said, leave a like, comment, or subscribe. This your boy Code Labz, and I'm out.